Hey, y'all, I'm Shane Sams, the host of the Flipped Lifestyle Podcast, and I'm super excited to be with you again today as I talk to another member of the Flipped Lifestyle community and help them take their online dream to the next level. And I've got a great guest for you today. It is Rina Orellana from Online Flamenco Studio.com. Now, many of you who are longtime listeners of the Flip Lifestyle Podcast will recognize Rina's name because she's actually been on the guest a couple times before. Rina has an amazing story, and we have had the pleasure of watching her membership grow from 0 members to over 350 members and nearly 400 members inside the Flip Lifestyle community. And she teaches people how to flamenco dance, was a very specific kind of dancing from Spain. And I remember when Rina came into the Flip Lifestyle community and she was going to make courses, trying to teach people how to dance. She had a dance studio in LA and, it was trading time for dollars and it was really wearing her out. And she could only work at night because, people have to work during the day and then they go learn their dance lessons in the evening. And she really wanted to spend more time with her kids and she wanted to make money online. And we're going to talk a little bit about it today. How she actually was going to record herself and burn DVDs and mail it to people. And we were like, no, Rina, listen, you should start a membership. You should put your courses online. You should build a community and lead a community of flamenco dancers from all over the world on the internet. And she was like, do you think that would really work? I'm like, yeah, it would really work. Well, she launched her membership. I remember when she launched it, she got a few members. She grew it to like 75 members. A year later, we had her back on the podcast and we talked about all the growth. And just the other day, I was hanging out with another member of the Flip Lifestyle community, and she was like, man, have you seen what Rina has created? She's almost got 400 members in her flamenco dance studio online. And I was like, what? So I reached out to Rina. I invited her back on the Flip Lifestyle podcast, and we had an amazing conversation of not only how much growth she's had and how much success she's had, but what a difference having that online business made over the last year during the pandemic. Without her online studio, if she had never created that, when the world shut down, her dance studio is still shut down. She's not allowed to have anybody come in it. She wouldn't have had any kind of income. She wouldn't have had anything. And all the members of her community would have been out there all alone, unable to go to dance studios, but they were all there together. Her membership was there for her. She had an income during this incredibly hard time. And it is just so impressive, not only to watch her growth in her membership, but to watch her growth as an entrepreneur and a CEO. This is an inspiring story. Like, if you want to get inspired, then you need to listen to this and hear how Rina built a flamenco dance online membership into an amazing, amazing income and career. This is one of my favorite episodes with one of my favorite Flip Lifestyle community members. Wherever you're listening today, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Flip Lifestyle Podcast, where life always comes before work. We're your hosts, Shane and Jocelyn Sams. We're a real family that figured out how to make our entire living online. And now, we help other families do the same. Are you ready to flip your life? All right, let's get started.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Flipped Lifestyle Podcast. It is great to be back with you again today. Super excited to talk to another member of the Flipped Lifestyle community. And I'm really excited today because I get to catch up with maybe one of our OG members. This was back in the day, but one of my favorite stories. I've had an awesome membership community. Rina Orellana. How are you doing, Rina?
Hi, I'm happy to be here.
It is so good to see you again. I am so pumped up. Somebody sent me a message the other day and was like, do you know what's happening in Rina's membership? Because it's insane. And I just had to talk to you back on the show. But before we get started, the last time you were on the podcast was December of 2016. So we might want to catch the audience up. So tell everybody a little bit about you, your background, and what you do online.
Okay, well, I'm Rina Orellana, and I am a professional flamenco dancer, and that is dance from Spain. And so I've been a professional dancer for over 20 years, maybe close to 25, and I've been teaching flamenco, like live studio classes for like the last 15, 20 years. And but that's all I did. And, that is a nighttime and a weekend gig. And having a family, it was really, really, really challenging to basically teach more lessons because, I was busy being a mom all day and then teacher at night. And it was just, I just couldn't. And so once my kids got a little bit older, I figured I really need to, or I want to make some money without having to teach more hours. But I was like, I can't get a job. That's not in my
Can't get a real
vocabulary.
job after you teach dancing. You can't get a real job. Come on.
Exactly. And so I really was kind of hunting around. I don't know why, like some sort of online business came into my head. I had no idea. And so I really kind of searched for a while, like, what should I do? And, some people would say, well, why don't you teach dance online or something? I'm like, well, who would want to do that? And then eventually I came to terms like, yeah, I guess I should. So I thought like, okay, I'll create some sort of course. Like back then it was like a DVD. And that's when I joined Flip Lifestyle. And you said, Rina, membership, and like, what is that? But at that time I had was already I had an email list, I had a following, I had free tutorials on YouTube because once I started actually backtrack on that. I started a blog. I had a website. I had a blog, and so in that way, I knew to create an email list, and so I was expanding my audience that way. And they were asking me for tutorial videos, and that's when I posted them on YouTube, and I figured that people were interested, and I thought like that's when I would create some sort of DVD. I joined you, and you said a membership, and that's when I created the online flamenco studio, which was like this small, tiny but mighty membership site. And I launched it to a small group of people, maybe like 100 people. And no, actually that first initial interest list was like maybe 50 people, and I got like maybe 10 members, and that was exciting. And so that was like 5 years ago, and it's slowly grown and grown and grown. And so now I kind of hover between like 350 to 400 members.
That's crazy, man. Like
yeah.
you have anchored together hundreds of flamenco dancers under the banner of your membership site. And to think that you were going to package up and hand burn DVDs and mail them all over the world. And instead you created this amazing community. And I distinctly remember when you launched, and we were like, oh, she's launching her membership, and you got members, and it was just like amazing. It was your story actually really opened our eyes to like, man, anything that you are passionate about, anything that you love, anything that you can build into a community where you have other people that are interested in too. Like if you'll just take the initiative and lead those people, they will flock to it. So what does the membership look like now? So you got, how much do you charge a month? How much is it a month?
Right now it's $36 a month.
Awesome. That's amazing. You have 300 or 400 people all over the world paying you every single month. What does the membership look like on the inside?
It is amazing. So I've really, really like it's gotten through different reiterations, like makeovers throughout the years, but I'm really proud of how I created the content and how I expanded on it. So I have like inside the membership, there's over 30 courses that people can follow. And I have like a definite path of like, if you're a new beginner, you go here. If you're more advanced, you can go over here. And then it's really important to me that I build a community. So I'm always encouraging people to, we have a members only Facebook group. So that way I can connect with them. And because it's just so hard to learn dance online without any corrections, and to make sure that people know what they're doing. So in the Facebook group, people can post videos of themselves. And then every week I do a live session where I can offer people feedback and answer their questions. And that has been a really satisfying component to the membership, is actually having this community that they know each other and they're from all over the world.
Man, I mean, it's funny listening to your story. Everybody out there, it's not easy, y'all. I'm not about to say it's easy or anything, but I'm just listening in, and I hear this amazing thing. Like, you put content on YouTube, you got a following, you asked them to join an email list, you created some value and asked them to join a membership. And what did you put in the membership? Content, community, and leadership. And now you get to do what you want to do every single day. Yeah. Like, that sounds a lot like the Flip Lifestyle Blueprint, y'all. There is a path to this. And if you just follow the path and you just follow your passion, and you serve your people. Like that's what I'm really hearing oozing out of your membership right now is like you're in it with them. You're with, and you want them to connect together because they have this united purpose, this love for the flamenco dance style. And all you did was kind of organize the party, and you're getting rewarded for that in a great way. And I bet you've heard all kinds of like crazy like success stories and like tell me some of the like what do people say about the membership, like the community, like what do they say about it?
Oh, well, the thing that I'm really proud is how I present it. And like for me, like other, I'm one of the first in my niche to have an online dance studio. And what happens with others is they just, have the videos and say, "All right, good luck with that." Whereas for me, it's more important that they actually understand the structure of the dance, the vocabulary, why they're doing like in flamenco. There's like a definite structure, and so when people learn many times, even in the dance studios, they just learn how to copy the teacher and not really understand why they're doing it. So it's kind of like you equate it to if you're learning a musical instrument, you just know like, oh, I have to go brrr, but
Right.
you don't know the musical notes, and you don't know that has to be at a certain tempo. So I teach all that component, like the
Mm,
structure and the reasons behind why you're doing a certain thing at a certain point, and that empowers them, and they actually feel that they know how to dance as opposed they just copy.
it's amazing. It's got to be fulfilling to see that too. Like when you see those smiles on people's faces when they hit the move correctly or something, or they like jump on there and say that. That's got to feel good too, right?
Well, the thing that's so amazing is that, I mean, it's dance. Like and especially in flamenco, it's so much about community and it's being around other people. So, doing it online is challenging because you have to be motivated to do it on your own. It's not like
Mm.
you just show up at a dance class and you get to be around all this great energy. You have to like kind of create it. So I'm trying to get these people to be excited and of course they love flamenco, but still to be excited to practice on their own in their living room by themselves, but still feeling that they are a part of a community and that we're counting on them to step up.
Oh, that's amazing. And like what a crazy thing too, like back during the pandemic when everyone is actually trapped and like
Mhm.
and here's another thing too, like I mean when I remember when you were just I have a studio, I teach people in public, like I'm sure your studio probably would have got when shut down and with the pandemic and
Oh,
everything else. So
absolutely.
now you've got a way to go out and still do what you love, still have a great impact, which is what memberships do, guys. They make an impact on the world. And all these people, thank God they had you during the pandemic and you had your community.
Yeah, I mean, like my dance studio is still closed. Like
Mm,
everything is still shut down here. So I can go in there and teach a Zoom class, but I choose not to because it's like more of a hassle. But I have my studio. So like financially, it's been amazing for me because I have a job.
yeah,
I still
exactly.
have, yeah. But
You
but
got,
then also for them, it's been, a different way to connect.
yeah, man. So so let me ask you this. Like, what was life like? Because you're definitely like one, I just want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
It's amazing what you've created to go out and build a community of hundreds of people from all over the world that are paying you every month, and you're providing amazing value. And I can't imagine the happiness that you spread when those people are like dancing with their kids and stuff and like whatever, like all these things that come through your community. It's incredible. But like take me back, like or actually not take me back, but like what is life like now? Like now you have this financial security. You're making a great living, doing what you love. It's scaled and batched in a way where I'm sure you're not like putting 95 hours a weekend right
Oh,
into the
yeah.
online business compared to like I'm sure a dance studio has to be like a struggle to break even, and you got overhead and you got classes, and every minute you got to be, it's definitely trading time for dollars. So, like, what is that like now for you, for Rena, not just the community, that you have this membership and it's able to, give you a good living and let you do what you love?
Well, I mean, it's a blessing, right? Because for all those reasons, like I don't have to put in, you know, all these hours per week. Of course, I work and I love my work, but it's around my schedule, around my kids, around my family, around my other hobbies. So of course you have to be focused and be very clear on what you need to do, but it's a complete blessing like that. Financial security is amazing. Just even like, just being empowered of learning all these new skills and knowing like the possibilities are really, really limitless on how
Yeah.
far it can grow. And it blows my mind. Like who in the right mind would just, get like, I don't know, $8 an hour when you could be
You could do something
in,
online and make $8 a minute if you want to, right? I mean,
right?
yeah, seriously.
Yes, yes. And so it's just been amazing, and just like being able to show my kids that there's all kinds of different possibilities of making a living and making an impact and being happy.
Mm,
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
amazing.
So it's been a blessing.
Our,
Absolutely.
our kids are just starting to realize like what we do, right? And my son has just started realizing like that we have an audience and that we have a podcast and that people listen to us. And he's like, wait a minute. He goes, so are you like a YouTuber? Like that's our equivalent now, right? He's
Right,
like, so he
right,
goes, you're a YouTuber? And I'm like, well, not really, sort of, but like it's, we choose a different medium. We're a podcaster, but I'm like, yeah, it's the same thing, man. I'm like, just like those guys you watch on Twitch, like playing video games. I'm just playing a different game. And
right, right,
it's
right,
kind of starting to, the wheels are like, well, wait a minute. That's what I can do. I can do this. I can do
right.
that. And you do see it in your kids. The more you're into your business, and like we're trying to talk to them all the time about like what we do and what everybody does. And but yeah, you just tell your kids like I'm a famous YouTuber. I'm the world's foremost flamenco YouTuber, and that's what's gonna
Right,
happen,
right.
guys.
No, and they see that. They see that, and they're like,
Oh,
"Oh, well,
100%.
my mom's Miss Business Lady."
There you go. It makes you feel good. Tell me this, like it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows and 300 to 400 members, right?
Hmm.
Like what were some of the challenges that you had to overcome? Maybe like in the beginning, like for somebody starting out, like what happened? Like, was there any fears or mindset issues that kind of held you back from pulling the trigger in the beginning? Did you have any doubts? And then like, what were some obstacles or some like a lesson that you didn't anticipate that maybe you learned to get where you are right now?
Well, a couple things come to mind. One was be like the first obstacle was just, even like joining Flip Lifestyle, just
Mm,
because like, oh, I didn't want to spend that much money because I was, scared. Like back in that day, I was scared to spend money just out of fear of just like
sure.
just not just being just it's just fear. And so just making that first initial investment of like, okay, I'm that was huge right there. Just making that initial investment in myself, in my future is one thing. And so now I'm like, let's pay for this, let's pay for that. It's all
Wait a
good.
minute. This is the gas pedals what I'm paying for now. Okay, I got you. I figured.
Exactly, exactly. But then, and of course you get caught up in the tech. And I definitely, had wasted some time on shiny objects of like, oh, I got to work on my logo, and which, just doesn't amount to anything. So just kind of trying to stay focused, but also just like, if not, I didn't have a vision of what that ultimate goal would be. I just knew like, okay, just get the membership open. And so I think that has been, I wouldn't say a struggle, but just like something that I always had to deal with of like, how do I grow this? Like, how do I add more content and how do I make the content usable and rewarding for my members? But yeah, a lot of it, like the struggles were like, how to grow the tech stuff. I am my own boss, so it's up to me to figure out my own work schedule
That's the
and
hard one
making a
right
plan.
there. That's the
Right,
tough one
right,
when you got to be like, oh, wait a minute. I don't have to do anything, but then nothing will happen. But still, I don't
right.
have to do anything. And you got to like get up and make yourself work. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so I think like it really and trying to keep in mind what that whole picture is. It's like, is this one activity that I'm doing right now? Is this really helping me for what I
mm.
need to be doing? For sure.
Yeah, I wrote down some things there because it's like, it's funny when I look back at our journey, even I think about that too. I remember there was a course on email marketing when I first started, before I ever even tried to sell anything back in like 2012. And I
Hmm.
really wanted this course, but I remember it was like $100, right?
Right?
Which for a school teacher in Southeast Kentucky, you're like, dang, man, that's $100. That's like a fifth of my paycheck or something, right? So it's
Right.
like, I had to, and I remember going through my house with a box, or no, it was a laundry basket. And I was just looking for anything that is halfway valuable. And I was filling up this laundry basket, and I had a yard sale, and I took it down. I mean, I went down to the bottom of the driveway, set up a table, put a bunch of stuff out there, and put it on Facebook. I'm having a yard sale. Come over here. And I remember like I had to make that money because there was no way it was coming out of the budget back then. Jocelyn would have not have handled that,
Right.
And but we had that yard sale, and I got that first course on email marketing, and it was like build a list, email marketing. And if I had never bought that course, we would not be here. If we had never invested in the trainings, it would just take too long to do it,
Right.
because you got to have somebody that's been there to tell you to do it. And I love what you said about figuring out what you want to provide for your members. That vision, that informs all of your decisions. So you're not guessing and thinking, well, should I podcast? Should I YouTube? Should I blog? Should I do this? You're like, no, I want to talk to my members, so I'm going to podcast. It just helps you make the call,
Right.
And the tech stuff, oh my gosh, when we were building stuff back out when 2015 or 14 or whenever you came in the community, it was hard. Nowadays, you just buy Kajabi and you just do everything. You just buy a platform and it just does everything for you, right?
Right. And I think like also just like, and then just realizing like, okay, what is in my zone of genius? Do I really need to figure out this tech? Someone else should be doing that for me.
And then you got to then paying someone else to do it. And you realize, wait a minute, while that guy's mowing my grass, I can work on selling more memberships.
Exactly.
And I can pay him $50 to mow my grass. And then this person bought during that time, so I can make $50 a month. So that worked out well. And you just start making those value exchanges,
Yeah.
What like, you said something interesting a second ago too, about like, you realized, gosh, what's possible, right? That was a very overwhelming moment for me and Jocelyn. I remember it was, I think it was like the first 5-figure month we made, where I was like, Jocelyn, do you realize that like anything is actually possible? And it was the first time in my life I had ever like had that realization. And you said that a minute ago, where you're like, the sky's the limit, right? So like, how do you set expectations? How do you set goals now, knowing like I can do anything and this could happen, but how do you set goals, set expectations to go to the next level or to sustain kind of what you do now?
Well, I think like one thing, it depends like what that goal is, right? So like, I can have like, oh, I want to make $1 million, but getting to $1 million is like, oh my gosh, that sounds impossible. So like, okay, well, what's the next thing? Okay, so for me right now, it would be like, okay, I want to get to 500 people. Like, what is my business going to look like if it was going to support those 500 people, and what systems or what do I need to have in place to be able to support that? And just kind of thinking in those terms kind of relaxes me a little bit, because if I just think 500 people, I want to panic and just like, I can't do any of it.
Right,
so,
right.
But now I know like, okay, what if I were to have 500 people, what would I need, what would I need to be doing? And, can someone else be doing that? And so what do I need to do? So I'm kind of like, allowing that to happen, and that took several years that's like definitely a mindset shift of growing into your business and putting on that CEO hat.
I love it when people it is overwhelmed. I think that's the one thing about the membership model that is probably different than course. There's a lot of challenges in anything you do on the internet, guys. It's not like you don't have to solve problems to win, but like I have to lead 20 people, and then I have to lead 100 people, and then I got to lead 500 people, and then I got to lead 1,000 people, right? Like, it's like you do have to, and if you just think you're always good, like always going to do the same thing that's going to get you to the next level, that's not true. You have to think about it. Like, if you want to get launched, you got to think, well, what would it look like if I launched? And I love the way you worded that. What would need to be in place for me to get 20 people, and what would need to be in place for 100 people? And then you just bite the bite you want to bite next. You don't have to eat the whole thing at once, and it's not overwhelming. So tell me a little bit now. I know you've got a secret weapon in your arsenal over there, and that's a mastermind. You got a mastermind, right? Okay. So I want to talk about that, because masterminds have been a really important part of our journey, and coming together with like-minded men and women who, really are on the same path and things like that. Like, tell me a little bit about how just the surrounding yourself with other people whether it was in the community or in your mastermind, like helped you on your journey? Because I know there's a lot of people out there that want to do online business, and they're probably thinking the same thing you thought, like, oh, do I want to join the community? Do I want to spend that next month? Do I want to do the next thing? Right. But like, it's really important to get surrounded by people that are going in the same direction, or you're not going to have the motivation and accountability. So how is your mastermind? Give them a shout out. And how has that helped you kind of move forward?
So they're my Voxy ladies, because we're on Voxer together, and we all
That's
met.
amazing. I love that.
Yeah. And
Kareem Marato told me that. We call ourselves, and she said it like the way she said it with her accent, because she's from Guatemala. They're Voxy ladies, right? I was like, that's awesome.
And you hear Jimi Hendrix in the back.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, that's your walkout music. Yeah.
Right. So, so these are a group of ladies that I met through Flip Your Life, and we had a mastermind together, and then we just stuck together. And we've been together for like maybe 4 years now, I think.
Amazing.
And so we're just communicating pretty much every day, just talking on Voxer about whatever is going on. So it's not like a traditional mastermind. We're like, okay, well, we're going to get together and we're going to have 15 minutes each person. No, it's just a constant conversation. And so we were all at the same level, and we have absolutely have grown together, and we've shared information. So it's been really wonderful in that sense that, we're all a part of each other's journey, and, and we all learn from each other, and help each other in all the struggles, and we celebrate with each other. And so it's just wonderful to have people to talk with, for sure, that understand exactly what you're going through, because, sometimes people in our immediate environment kind of glaze over when we talk about landing pages.
That's right. They don't understand. They don't get it. Yeah, I second that. Like, I don't know how anyone survives without a mastermind. I mean, we try to provide, when you can provide that, like we provide it through our communities, but man, when you go deep and you start not just doing goals together, but like doing life together. Like, I'm sure you guys aren't always talking about landing pages too. There's
absolutely,
you got something in your personal life, and you help each other, and all those things come together and kind of blend together in this like Venn diagram of life and business.
Absolutely.
And your mastermind becomes the overlap. And that's what helps you to deal with that life and business. And if you're not in a mastermind out there, you need to get in Flip Lifestyle and find you a mastermind, because masterminds are the way to go if you really want to take it to the next level,
Absolutely. It's just so it's inspiring, and it keeps you grounded and keeps you focused, and you feel supported. Absolutely.
So tell me what's next, right? Because I know the entrepreneur bug, that the curse of the entrepreneur bug is like, hey, we always are thinking about the next season of our life. We create what we want. Like, I remember when Jocelyn and I first hit it big, like we said, well, could we make $20,000 in a month? Right. And every single month. So that became our first goal. And then that season got to a point where like, well, now could we get 1,000 people to join something? And that was the next season of the journey. So like, what's next for Rina? What's your goal right now? What are you trying to accomplish? And also, I'd love to help you get there. So if you got any questions, is anything holding you back right now? Like, let's jam. Let's talk about it. So if your eyes glaze over about landing pages, you better turn off the podcast, because it's about to get real. So what's your next goal, and like, what are you working on now, and where are you struggling, and how can we help you?
Yes. All right. I like this. Okay.
This is the part she's been waiting on. She just got, if you're watching on YouTube, she just lit up like a Christmas tree. So that's about to happen.
So I have like 380 members, and I had been launching my membership 4 times a year, but now that just like burnt me out. So now I launch it like I'm going to do 2 big launches this year with a bunch of flash sales in between. But I think like the main thing, I mean, it just always comes down to like, traffic, get the traffic, and hiring a team. And so I guess my big goal this year is, to basically get to 1,000 people, which just makes me kind of go, but
it's like aiming for the moon, but then you realize it was like Saturn's moon, not our moon. Like, whoa,
right?
That was the wrong moon. Right? That one's really far away, right?
Right. So that's like my huge goal. And so I know what I know is, one, I need to get more help. So I already have one VA. But just the idea of getting a team together. And then it always just comes down to, I have to find the people to join and get them. It's just traffic. It's just traffic. Yeah. So I guess it would be more ads or whatever that is. So hiring the team, more traffic.
Okay, I got a couple things that are going to be
I bet
here. Yes. All right. So
Counterintuitive. Uh-oh.
counterintuitive to what you just told me. All right. So I say counterintuitive because I hear how you're doing it. And this might be counterintuitive because you didn't think about this. All right. So
Okay.
let me ask you this. What team have you hired so far? Just customer service? Like, what are they?
I have one superstar VA, and she does it all. And
Mm,
so I'm in the process of trying to find another person who can actually work on social media and
okay.
perhaps community management within. I have a free Facebook group that's kind of like a lead generator.
That is probably where I would focus because the first thing you have to do in growth in a membership, okay, is shore up retention. Like imagine if all you did was get someone that was really focused on retention, maybe leading your audience group and also more involved in the community than even you are. Like you're the
Mm-hmm.
member call person. That's great. That's my role too, right? But somebody's got to be thinking about your community every day. They have to be, right? And you can't because you're the CEO. So we
Right.
have someone that's dedicated to that. And our entire team is actually expected to do some customer service and some forum work because we want to make sure that we're getting 3-4 touch points to every human being in that
Mm.
community, right? So the first thing you have to do is take a little while and just say retention. Let's shore that up because 1 month of retention makes your membership grow. If you can add 1 month to everybody on average, that number is going
Mm.
to bust over 400 before you know it because people are going to
Right.
stay longer. And if less people quit, more people stay. Therefore, every one you get counts more, right?
Yes.
So when this next person you hire, I like the social media stuff is cool. That's a side kind of thing, but make sure you're getting someone that loves people. I'd almost reach out to your community and see if anybody wanted to do it. Someone who
Right.
loves flamenco, forget the VAs and all that technical stuff.
Okay.
Let's find someone who loves the community as much as you do and wants to support the community. Okay. And a lot of times too, they'll do it for part-time. You can pay them a decent wage, maybe give them like a free membership. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
you can bring somebody on board your team that way. Okay. Now, so let's just push that aside. That's not a big deal. I'm just saying that's more of a focus thing. Okay. I am going to really challenge you on this launch model, hardcore right
Mm.
here. Okay.
Dun dun
I
dun.
yeah, dun dun dun. You're burnt out because you're launching, not because you're launching for. It doesn't matter if you burnt 2 or 4, you're not going to matter. And actually, I think 2 is going to hurt you because you're going to have less chance to overcome churn. All right.
Mm-hmm.
The way to not get burnt out on getting people into your membership is to leave it open all the time. And then focus on promoting, not launching. Okay. You can have a nice, low energy, calm promotion every single month of the year. Like you can have promotions that are tied to things. Like one of our favorite promotions is called our quarterly sales. Every first day of spring, first day of summer, first day of fall. We don't do it in the winter, and I'll tell you why. Every quarter, we have a quarterly sale where we open up the 50% off if you upgrade and pay for a quarter all at once. We put that out to our email list and we can promote that in those 4 months out of the year. We don't do Christmas because the first day of winter is too close to actual Christmas.
Right.
So we just have our Christmas promotion that month. We have our 12 days of Christmas. We got 60 free trials in our Christmas sale last year. And I have a promotion every single month to my list. The problem is not traffic. The problem is frequency of offering your membership to these people. And that's why you get stuck on plateaus. If all you did was do 12 promotions next year instead of 2 launches, you're going to get more members. And they're not hard. I'm not talking about big blowout, open, close, launch. It's emails. It's social media posts. It's maybe some advertising to your traffic in your list, right? So that's the first thing I would do. The second thing I would say is how often are you emailing your list?
I am actually very good.
All right. That's fair. How often are you emailing your list?
I email them once a week.
All right. We're going to get better. You ready for this?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right. Here we go. Now, this is, again, if you do this correctly, this is not a lot more work. It's just opening conversations with your people. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you should go to 3 times a week to your email list. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. And again, these are simple things. Like it could be like, okay, let's look at the calendar. Do you still create YouTube videos? What do you create for free content?
That is not very regular.
Okay. So, but I bet you have a bunch of older stuff. Right?
I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So you could do this. You could say like on Monday, you could say, hey guys, hey email list. Did you know that I did a video about this? It's on YouTube. Click this link and check it out. That's it. That's the whole email. You just gave them some free value. On Wednesday, let's say that you're having a member call or whatever, right? Email your whole list. Hey guys, I'm having a member call today. I'd love for you to be there. Click this link and you can join. Now you're offering every single week, not just on your promotions, right?
Wow.
And then Friday could be something else that you do. It's just or it could just be like my emails are random. Like, so I do an email on Friday where it's called 5 Fails Friday, and it's just all the stupid crap I did this week where I screwed up over and over again, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could just tell funny stories about when you tried to do a move and you fell or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter like really what you're talking about. That could even be you could even put that off to be like more family focused or more cultural focused, like where did like you could do a history lesson every Friday, like about flamenco or something, right? So this is not like hard stuff, okay? It's not like you're going to be spending hours. In fact, you could probably get up on Monday morning and write all 3 emails in 2 hours over a cup of coffee, you know?
Right.
But the key is, Rina, every PS says join the membership to every email. And one of them a week at least is a straight pitch for something, right? Highlighting what's inside. That's all you got to do. You just highlight why they should join inside. So if you forget launches, just don't even think about it. Imagine if your week looked like this. Monday, you get up, got 2 hours blocked off, you batch your emails. You got it? Okay. Then once a month, you take a day to set up your promotional emails. Like that week, whatever that week is, you're just going to write the emails for it, open, close, the promotion, not the membership. And then the rest of the time, it's just open on the membership site, and you put it prominently around your website to pick up a few organic sales. Now what happens is it's like taking a walk every day, right? If you take a walk every day, right, you're gonna get in pretty good shape. You're gonna stay in shape. It's gonna be relaxing. It's gonna be easy. But if you're like, you know what, once a year, 8 weeks, I'm running sprints to get ready for that marathon, like it's gonna kill you. You can't do that.
Yes.
You know. So I think really all you need is not traffic. You need frequency. I think frequency is the biggest thing you could do right now to shake that log jam loose and bust through this current plateau. And 3 months from now, you could have 100 more. You need one member a day from those efforts to get past 500 and almost to 600. And then you're on your way. Right. Go ahead.
And what would you say then, like, to the argument, just to play devil's advocate, of like that sense of urgency that, that's touted for those launches?
100%. And I always use the word urgency instead of scarcity, right? So the promotion has something in it that is scarce, but what we don't make is the membership scarce. So like, for example, the quarterly sale is the only time we offer that discount. We don't offer that price any other time. So while the monthly membership is always open, right? That quarterly price where you can save 50%, right? Like, because if you pay, like our membership right now is $197 a month. Okay. That's $600 for a quarter. So for 48 hours, you can get it for $300 if you pay up front and you're just on that plan. Right. So that deal goes away. It's only available on the quarters. Right. Or I could do like a bonus, like I could have a special training like we did at Christmas time. Our Christmas promotion this year was, hey, we're going to give you a 45-day free trial because we don't want you to spend your money on us. We want you to spend your money on your kids, and it's Christmas time, and I'm not competing with Christmas. Right. But I'll give you a longer trial. So that way you can pay your credit card off before the first bill of all those Christmas presents you bought. I actually wrote this in an email, what I'm saying to you right now too, by the way. And I said, hey, but what we're going to do is anyone who signs up for this trial, also, we're going to give you a Christmas gift. And I recorded 12 mindset videos, 20 minutes apiece, like how to overcome tech, how to overcome you don't have any money, how to overcome time. And I said, hey, if you join right now, we're going to include those in your membership. And so that went away, right? That 45-day trial disappeared. It's the only time of the year we offer something like that. And that went away too. And you can do all kinds of things. Like one year I did a really ridiculous lifetime deal. It was like for the cost of like 1 year, you could get it for lifetime. It was a one-shot thing. It was at Valentine's Day. And I the whole email sequence was like, let's get married. Let's put a ring on it. It's Valentine's Day. I love you. You love me. Let's just hitch. Let's just get hitched. Right. And I did. But that was the whole gimmick, was around the lifetime deal. So there is scarcity, like these deals or these promotions end. Right. For example, and a really good one you can do sometimes, like for Black Friday or something, is
Mm-hmm.
hey, anyone like you could like in Black Friday you can do like an annual plan, right? And you can do like anyone who signs up during Black Friday, I'm going to let you submit a video, and I'm going to personally break down your dance routine. So you
Mm-hmm.
put in a little work right after it, but it's easy. It's just watching
Right,
videos,
right,
you know. And like I said, I don't do stuff like that all the time. Those are kind of promotions that I don't really put my time on, but you can. Okay.
right.
And the goal is once a month, create urgency and scarcity without closing your membership. And that's what my newsletter, the Membership Masters newsletter, is all about. It's like every month is what to do every single day to sell more memberships and to open and close these promotions. And then the other days people join. We have people. I think our new pricing. We've been testing some things, and last week we had 8 people join. We had one person a day, organic, just from website
Love it.
traffic, because it's open. It's not closed. Why would I not want people to give me money? Doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, that's a good one right there.
You know what
Why
I
would I
mean?
not want people to give
Why
me
would you
money?
not
Yeah.
want people? And also too, like
Right,
your membership's so good and valuable. Why would you not want people in it? You know? And think about
right.
this. All those people who have heard you once a week, if you don't catch them on the exact day they're interested, you miss them.
Mm-hmm.
And you're
Right.
only emailing 52 times. So if you
Mm-hmm.
email them 150 times, you just tripled your members that you normally
Right.
get off of emails. Because because you might catch them on a Wednesday when they want to take the dance, or the Friday when they got a weekend off, or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
next
yeah.
time I talk to you, I'm gonna challenge you to do it every day. I have 90
Oh,
days of emails scheduled for the next 90 days.
oh my
90
gosh.
days every single day, even Sunday. We're emailing
Oh
on
my
Sunday.
goodness.
You know, no mercy. Buy or unsubscribe. Get off my list. Right. so
Right.
so
Yes.
so I always ask people this because it's a little overwhelming. It feels like it's going to be more work. You're going to find it's a lot less stressful, really, to do it this way. How does that feel? A nice monthly promotion, Monday, Wednesday, Friday emails, and we're good to go.
I've thought of doing something like that before. Like I've heard of that, and it sounds scary just because of the how I knew how the launches they worked, but I was just tired of them. So I'm intrigued by this, and it's easy enough to do, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So it's not
Let me give you an analogy. Okay.
okay.
I bet the launch is a little scary though and stressful, because what if it doesn't work? Right.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I get 2 chances a year at this. And if I screw this up, nobody's joining again. Right.
Right, right.
For 6 months. So imagine that launch is like a 10-story cliff, and you're about to go up that 10-story cliff with no rope, and you're just going to climb it with your hands and feet. That's pretty stressful and scary, is it not? Right?
Yeah, yeah, somewhat, yeah.
It could, yeah. Now, imagine this. Imagine that I built a big ramp going back like 20 miles to the top of that same cliff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you're just going to walk up the ramp. You know, it might feel a little longer, but it's not as scary, a little bit easier, and you're going to get to the exact same place without all the madness, you know? That's how I compare living launch to launch with not opening and closing your membership. It's just this nice
Right.
walk. You're just taking a walk up this ramp. And as long as you're consistent and prolific and follow up relentlessly with these people, like if they click a link, they better get an extra email, right?
Right.
Which you can automate. It just it smooths it out. It smooths it out for everybody. So
Love it. I'm like,
yeah.
okay, I'll let you know how it goes.
Let me know how it goes. And
I will.
if you need help, like the Membership Masters newsletter is designed for this. That's what it's for. So just
Great.
shoot us an email and we'll get you signed up for it. You know what I'm saying? You need to be on the Membership
Excellent.
Masters newsletter is what I'm telling you, Rina.
Excellent. Excellent.
All right. So I'm going to wrap this up, but man, I am so glad that we got to catch up. And I can't tell you the happiness that it put in our household when we heard about how your membership had grown, how awesome that you were doing, and just to see what this amazing membership, that's community, worldwide community that you're leading from the comfort of that amazing chair you're sitting in right now, like from your home. And man, me and Jocelyn really got fired up, and we're proud of you. And I can't wait to see what you do next, because I feel like something's big's about to happen.
Well,
When you
thank
take
you.
action on
And
this,
I
Rena.
want to thank you and Jocelyn. I mean, like, for sure, like, it was absolutely, without a doubt, you two helping me do this in the beginning. You got me to like 100 members, absolutely. And it was like all that no sugar, like, Just boom, boom, boom. Just do this. That's what you said.
You
Just
flicked
do
your
this.
hand. I should probably add a little more detail when I say stuff like that. But I am pretty much like, yeah, I'll just do this. Email them 3 times a week, Rina, and just start your, do a promotion every month, and you'll get 500 members before you know it.
But if you do it, if you do it,
That's right.
then it happens.
That's right.
And it is simple. You just have to do it.
Yeah. Well, listen, thank you so much for being here today. And man, what an example to the entire Flipped Lifestyle universe. Rina Orellana, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. That wraps up my interview with Rina Orellana. Man, what an amazing story of how anything can work online. There's a bunch of reasons I love the Flipped Lifestyle community, but what I love most about it is it's not your normal business coaching, online business thing. We have people doing all kinds of stuff, making a living online with memberships. We've got people making lesson plans. We've got people raising chickens in their backyard, and we've got Rina teaching people all over the world how to flamenco dance. That's why we say everybody has God-given talents, experiences, and passions that they can use to go out and start an online membership site. And just like Rina, all the tools you need to start, build, launch, and grow a successful membership are inside the Flipped Lifestyle community. You heard what a difference the Flipped Lifestyle community made in Rina's journey, and we are confident that it can help you too. Inside, you'll find all the training you need to start, build, launch, and grow your membership site. We also host monthly Q&As twice a month, and our Flipped Lifestyle community forums are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for you to come and ask questions. You'll be amazed how the community and our team rallies around you and helps you take your next step. The best part about it all, the Flipped Lifestyle community is always open for you to join, just like I told Rina to do. Keep your membership open all the time. You can go right now and join the Flipped Lifestyle community. And not only that, if you're a first-time member, we give everybody 1 month free inside the community when they start. All you have to do is go to flippedlifestyle.com/free. That's FLIPPED, lifestyle.com/free, and you can start your journey today. You heard Rina say, hey, I had to make myself go and get the training I need. I had to make myself invest in myself and my family's future. We're giving you the opportunity to come in and kick the tires and try it out absolutely for free. And then we want you to stay a member in the Flipped Lifestyle community until you build something that changes your family's future too. That's flippedlifestyle.com/free. We can't wait to see you inside the community. All right, guys, we're about out of time. But before I leave, I want to share a little can't miss moment with you. Jocelyn and I all the time are so grateful, so appreciative, and so thankful for the life that we get to live because of online business. So many things happen in our life that would have never happened before if we were working for other people in 9-to-5 jobs, or we were tied down to a paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. And I got a super simple one today, and it's going to get a hamburger. That's all it is. Going to get a hamburger. I got up this morning and I had a great conversation with a friend of mine recording an episode for the Membership Masters podcast. I got done and realized, hey, I got 3 or 4 hours in the middle of the day. It was about 10, 11 o'clock, something like that. And I said, I'm going to go out for a walk. So me and Jocelyn got the dogs. We took them for a walk, came back, and I said, you know what? I'm going to go for a drive. So I went for a drive and just driving around town, trying to figure out, what was going on and kind of clearing my head a little bit. And I said, hey, I'm going to go get a hamburger. So I went to Sonic and I got me a hamburger, and I looked up and I'd been out for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And I said, hey, I got to get back to the office because I'm talking to Rina today. So I drove back to the office, ate my hamburger, and came inside. And I was just laughing when I came in the door, because here I am. I'm a mess. I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. I went and got me a hamburger in the middle of the day. My entire work day today was 2 podcasts with 2 good friends. And I thought, wow, what a great life. And that's the life that's actually possible when you're an online entrepreneur, when you have a membership site, when you're a content creator. My job is to record podcasts and lead my community and serve the people that God's put in my life. And I'm just so thankful that exists. So thankful that my online business lets me make a difference and an impact in the world. So thankful for every can't miss moment that it provides. That's why we're so passionate about this podcast, our community, and you, the listener. We want you to realize what's possible in your life too, so that you can go out and experience those can't miss moments as well. All right, guys, we're about out of time. But before we go, you know what time it is. It's time to share a Bible verse. Jocelyn and I get a lot of our inspiration and motivation from the Bible, and we like to share a Bible verse at the end of every Flipped Lifestyle podcast. And I got a good one for you today. It's Proverbs 15, verse 22. The Bible says, plans fail for a lack of counsel, but with many advisors, they succeed. And I thought this would be a perfect Bible verse to share based on my conversation with Rina today. You know, Rina's plan succeeded. She did not fail because she came and got counsel from people who had been there and done that before. And she didn't just rely on me. She didn't just rely on me and Jocelyn. She didn't even just rely on me, Jocelyn, and our team. She became an active member of the Flip Lifestyle community and surrounded herself with people from all over the world, family-focused entrepreneurs who could help her along the way and along her journey. And then she made deep connections by meeting people in the Flip Lifestyle community, forming a mastermind. And now they talk daily about their plans. They counsel each other. They help each other so that their plans can succeed too. That's why we lead the Flip Lifestyle community. That's why we launched the Flip Lifestyle community, to give you a place to surround yourself by great people so your plans can succeed, so you can get that great counsel, and you can connect with many advisors from all over the world who want to change their future as well. All right, guys, that's all the time I have for this week. I hope you enjoyed my conversation with Rina Orellana. We would love for you to become our next success story, and you are already on your way because you're listening to the Flip Lifestyle podcast every single week. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you go leave us a 5-star review. That helps us so much with the algorithm to get in front of more people. And heck, make sure you share this episode and tell a few friends. We'll be back here next time. Until then, get out there, take action, do whatever it takes to flip your life. We'll see you then.
Bye.
That was great. God, I'm proud of you.
That was fun.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, what you said, I'm like, oh my gosh, what do you mean not launching? Ah!
I know. But seriously, you'll never go back. You'll never
Oh my
go
gosh.
back.
No, I'm ready for that. Excuse me, I'm
Yeah.
just walking to close my door.
Yeah,
Yes.
smooth. Let the whole process smooth out, where it's like, hey, I can plan for a quarter. I don't have to freak out. I'm going to do the same. Like we just did a 12-week plan. Well, it's not done yet because our team retreat is on March 23rd. So Jocelyn and I, or 24th. So Jocelyn and I are making our 12-week plan. We do the 12-week year by Brian Moran.
Okay.
So you can get more done in 3 months than most people do in a year. That's his concept. And as we're writing it down, I can tell you exactly what our whole plan is. Like what we asked the question, what definitely gets us more members? What do we need to do more of? That's what we ask. So our plan for the next quarter is we are going to do an email every day. We're going to do a webinar every single week. And we're going to ask 20 people a week if we can be a guest on their podcast and shoot for 3. And those are all things we can control. And we know that will grow our business. Now, there's other layers to it. Like we have someone on our team doing Facebook ads, and we're on doing Facebook ads. So we will have retargeting ads and all that other stuff. Right. But at the end of the day, I'm going to ask my list to buy something every day. I'm going to get as many people from my list on a webinar 1 time a week. And then I'm going to go introduce myself to new people through other people's podcasts. And if I just do that for 90 straight days, we will have more members at the end of those 90 days.
Right.
But if you only launch once every 90 days, you are gambling on that 14-day period you're promoting the launch. It's a crapshoot. It's stressful, and you have no opportunity in between launches to fix churn.
Right.
So like when you start losing those members toward the end of it before the next launch, and you're like, oh,
it's like that panic.
Yeah,
for sure,
man, it's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. So here's the deal. If I just sell 2 memberships a day and I only lose maybe 1 a day, I'm always winning. I'm always ahead.
Right.
You know, so it's just so much less stressful. You know, you can fix problems. Like if you have a day, you know how like sometimes be like, why did 4 people quit today? It's just like they all quit at once. And you're like, dang it, the whole thing's about to fall down. Right. Well, now you're just like, well, you know, I was going to email tomorrow my silly email about 5 fails, but I think I might just throw something out to the list tomorrow, more of a true sales pitch. And you pick up 4 more free trials.
Right.
So you got to fix it in the moment.
That's interesting. And also the thing that scares me is emailing 3 times a week. That scares me too.
They'll love it. Your unsubscribes will go down. I promise.
Really?
Yes. And your open rates will be fine. I don't look at open rates. I don't look at anything. I don't even look at the stats. I just tell myself I'm emailing every day. It's going to be the most valuable email they get, and it's going to be fun. And and you can just, You just be strategic. Monday, you're giving them an awesome video they didn't know about from YouTube, because 90% of people haven't seen 90% of your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then Wednesday, you're inviting them to come into the community. Like, hey, I've got this great training on this one move. I would really love for you to see it. Do you do free trials?
I do it as a back end offer.
As a back end offer. Well, like on Wednesdays, maybe if you can not do it publicly, that's cool. But like on Wednesdays, maybe Wednesday is always just a highlight of in the community with a free trial. Like every Wednesday, send everybody a free trial, just your email list. Like, hey, if you want to watch this video, I got a 7-day trial. Just try it. And you'll get more members there. And then Friday is just a fun email that, highlights how awesome the community is, or maybe it's just about you to keep telling your story, to keep telling why you're the person they should follow. And why would they not want that email if they love flamenco dancing? That's amazing.
I know, right? I know. Like, if they don't like it, then just unsubscribe.
Bye. they ain't buying now. You're not buying anything, right. We're just trying to filter out the good people who want to be in your membership.
Yeah.
Your email list is a filter. It is not a thing to cling to, like people are always like, I got X 1,000, 100,000, million emails. I'm like, so like, what are they doing? 1% of them are opening your list. Why do you care if you have 200,000 emails?
Right. For sure.
So,
wow.
Do that.
Nice.
You'll do it. Do it for 3 months, and then come back to me and tell me you don't have members, and I'll come up with
I will. No, I will. And I'm good with that. Now my wheels are turning. Like, okay.
I'm going to tell Kareem that here's what I dared her to do. I dared her to email her list 3 times and do a monthly promotion, open, close.
Right.
But and I dared her to open her membership forever on the sales homepage and offer a free trial every Wednesday. That's the whole business plan. You're going to get more members.
It's easy. It's easy, right?
Super easy. It's super easy. It's fun too. Yeah. Just batch everything so you don't get overwhelmed. That's the main thing.
Yeah. There's that. Yeah.
There's that too.
And I understand what you're saying there.
Yes, exactly. All right. Listen, I will record all the intros and outros, so I'll let you go. Man, stay safe over there. I hope that they get your schools open soon, because I know that's stressful. And man, if we and Jocelyn can help you, holler at us. It's all good. One more thing before we go. Thank you so much for listening to the Flipped Lifestyle Podcast. If you love the Flipped Lifestyle Podcast, if we bring a little joy and a little happiness and we bring some knowledge into your life every single week, could you do us a favor? Go to Apple Podcast and hit subscribe. Download a few of the podcast episodes onto your phone. Apple's algorithm loves seeing downloads, and it loves seeing those subscribes. And please leave us an honest review over on Apple Podcast. That'll help us grow the show, expand the mission, and reach more people so that we can help them change their family's future as well. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.